have 4 rollouts for this month's Project Pan update, and I'm elated. I have 4 things I'm going to be rolling out and 6 things I'm going to be rolling in, and I'll explain as I go. I'll go in the same order I always do, and that means I'm starting with this Natasha Denona blush from the Love Glow Cheek Palette. This has been in since the beginning of the year, and I have finally finished the powder blush here. This is in the shade Super Glow. It was a really cool toned, bright, like Barbie pink, but maybe even more pink than that. Super shimmery, was a beautiful brightening blush to wear in the winter months. I already had a pretty big pan in it when I rolled it in at the beginning of the year, so I felt fairly confident that I could eventually finish it. And when I think about what I want to bring in its place, there aren't any powder blushes in my collection that I would like to keep wearing until I finish them or even hit pan on them. So I'm going to switch the powder blush aspect of this project pan to be more of a usage goal, similar to how I'm doing with my bronzers and my eyeshadow palettes. I've decided to bring in my oldest powder blush, and that's from ColourPop. It's in the shade Flirt. This is a somewhat neutral or everyday shade for me, and I am wearing it today. I've already worn this 66 times, and I think what I want to do is reach 100 wears on this. From there, if I want to bump that number of wears up to 150, I can. If I want to roll it out and keep it, I can. If I want to retire it and declutter it after having worn it 100 times, I can do that. This is just a chance for me to reach for it more, get my final thoughts on it, and decide if it's worth keeping or not. Another blush, but this time it's a cream blush. It's from Tarte, and it's a mini of their Pink Sky Breezy blush from several years ago. And I've been slowly chipping away at this. There's only a little bit around the edges now. I feel fairly confident that I can have this done by next month. Another empty, this time a concealer from NYX. This is the Bear With Me Serum Concealer in the shade Fair. I had been wearing this a lot more regularly over the past year or so, and in the past few months I've been wearing it as a foundation mixer as well, and that's allowed me to go through it a little bit more quickly, so now it is finally finished. I've decided to roll in my next oldest concealer, which is this one from Natasha Denona in the shade N2. This is my deepest under eye concealer. I think it's appropriate to bring in during this time of year where I'm likely to maybe get a little bit more sun. It still works for me. Right now I'm wearing it as my concealer today, but I think out of all the times of the year, this is the best time. I've already taken the stopper out of it, so I'll just be showing weights, especially because with it being such a high coverage concealer that sticks to the sides, you likely won't see a big difference in the actual tube. I've already worn this 180 times. I really have no idea how long this will take. It could take the rest of the year. It could be gone next month. We'll just have to see together. Another empty. This is a lip pencil from About Face in the shade Midnight Seduction. When I finished a different shade from this line last year, I was able to shave it all the way down and until the product fell out and it wasn't usable anymore. With this one, I wasn't able to sharpen it anymore, so I put a little bit of tape at the bottom, and even then I still wasn't able to sharpen it anymore. The little end of it just got too small. So there is the teeniest little bit of product there, but if you can see, it has a hole in it, and there likely isn't that much. If I were to try and sharpen it one more time, it might just fall out anyway. I feel like that's good enough. I did what I could. I tried to wear it as much as I could, and for me, that makes it count as finished. When I thought about what I wanted to bring in next, I gravitated toward this Romand Lip Mate pencil. This isn't my oldest lip pencil by any means, but I have been wearing it and really liking it. I have it on my lips today, and I do have a tiny bit of NYX Mauve just on the very outer edges of my lips to add some definition back, because this is almost the exact same color as my lips, maybe even a little bit lighter. And honestly, I don't really love wearing this all over my lips by itself because it does tend to look a teensy bit dry. Can accentuate the lines or even kind of move with the lines. So I tend to just put a gloss on top. I'm gonna do a little bit of this Natasha Denona gloss in the shade Natasha. I think it's from the My Dream line, whatever this like paint splatter design is. But I do love it, especially after wearing the Midnight Seduction shade so often. This is a very deep mauve. Moving over to something a little bit more pink and light just helps put me in the springy mood. There really isn't a ton of product in here. So I don't imagine this is going to take me too long to go through. I tend to apply it all over my lips when I do wear it. I'll be able to give a better guess or estimate of how long I think it'll take to finish once we come back in a month. A long haul product here is from Becca. It's the Under Eye Corrector in the shade Fair Light. Definitely expanding the size of the hole in the bottom of the jar, kind of working my way through the sides and shaving those portions down. Yeah, I think this one is really gonna take the rest of the year, if not longer. We'll have to see. Another Becca product and another long haul product is this Becca highlighter in the shade Berlin Girl Glow. I'm really not seeing much of a difference between this month's photo and last month's photo, and I've actually gone through the exact amount of product, 0.43 grams. Again, I use a soft, longer brush to evenly grab product, so I feel like the product is wearing down vertically, but not expanding the pan. And like I said in my last update, I think with this one, it's not really gonna show progress, and then it'll be so thin that it'll start showing progress really quickly at the end before it's gone. But I'm loving it. I am wearing it today. I think it's a beautiful, more natural, neutral, slightly cool toned highlighter. It's really beautiful. Okay, now we're focusing on products that I'm maybe trying to finish or maybe just trying to hit a usage goal on. This is a product that I'm trying to finish, but I do count uses instead of weights. Sometimes with perfumes, they're too heavy that my little scale can't figure out what the weight is because it's too heavy. With this one, I tried to weigh it this morning and I could get a weight on it. So I recorded that, and I'll likely give difference in weight numbers moving forward after this month. I took a picture of the bottle upside down because the frosted glass at the top is a little bit harder to see. I don't know what I'm gonna do once I actually get lower down. I may just have to mark it somehow so it's easier to see in photos. I wore this an additional 22 times in the last month. That 22 number is going to come back again and again. I don't know how that happened, but essentially everything moving forward, I've used an additional 22 times. Spoiler alert. If I continue wearing this at the rate that I already am, I imagine this will be finished in 2 months, which is great. I think this is a really nice time of the year to wear this sort of scent. It's really soft, and I mentioned in my last update when I rolled this in that this was my oldest perfume and also one that I didn't love. It has a really peppery note right at the beginning, and that was a bit of a turnoff for me, but that does quickly dissipate, and so I have grown to like this even more as I've worn it more, which is really great. Okay, for my eyeshadow palettes, I have 2 eyeshadow palettes that I've been focusing on for the last couple of months. One that's a little bit more neutral and one that is a little more colorful, which is the Arcana palette from Shroud Cosmetics. It's one of my oldest eyeshadow palettes and one that I don't reach for very much because it has a very dark, very colorful color story. And up until this point, I didn't really consider that to be an everyday palette for me, but having to reach for it more or motivating myself to reach for it more often, I've been able to find ways to pair this with this more neutral eyeshadow palette to create really beautiful everyday looks. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. Granted, I'm focused on 2 of the more neutral eyeshadows in this palette. I definitely did play around with all of the shades every month, making sure that I was like evenly using everything. And the reason I haven't shown you the palette yet is because I actually hit pan on a shade. This shade here in the corner, Alchemy, if you can see, I'm using it as a nail polish today, and I love this as a nail polish. On occasion, I would wear it to darken the outer corner. Sometimes I wear it as a liner. I loved wearing this darkling shade as a liner. In fact, that's what I'm wearing today. Because of the type of makeup I wear, I would have never assumed that I would hit pan on a shade from this palette. So it was a really pleasant surprise to be able to do so. And my goal for this palette was to reach for it up to 100 times. I had gotten up to 78 wears last time, and I have been able to wear it an additional 22 times again in order to reach that 100 use thresh mark. Oh my gosh, I did it again. I made up the word thresh mark in my last video, and I just did it again. Threshold, 100 use threshold. Beautiful color, beautiful overall color story. I'm really glad I wore this more. When I think about keeping it in my collection, when I think about maybe trying to reach for it up to 150 times, I just don't feel like that's something I want to do, honestly. I very much enjoyed this while I had it, and I think reaching for it more has allowed me to make peace with letting it go, with decluttering it, and allowing myself the space to play with and reach for my other beautiful eyeshadow palettes in my collection. I had a shower thought yesterday of what I was doing with these eyeshadows, and I realized I'm kind of treating them like a farewell tour, allowing a palette to be in the spotlight for a little bit, knowing that it was going to be like the last time that I was going to do that. So yeah, I'm really happy but in its place, I'm going to actually bring in another colorful Shroud palette, also one of my oldest palettes, and that's the It's Freaking Bats palette. My palette looks a little different because this bottom shade here, Dairy, used to be a really cool toned, deep, dark purple color. I hit pan on it in a Pan Those Eyeshadows project, and I think that made it very fragile because it eventually just shattered. So these are magnetic pans. I was able to take it out and just put another single there. I think this is Team Captain by ColourPop, if I'm not mistaken. At first glance, this might not seem like the most appropriate spring summertime palette to play around with, but these brighter shimmers I think would make beautiful, like colorful looks. I don't need to make all of them deep and dark unless I want to. And with these shimmery shades, I do like to wear them as nail polishes, so I'll likely do that for these as well. I've already reached for it 71 times, so I have 29 more wears before I reach that 100 use threshold. I'm very excited to be able to pull this out and play with it more. For my more neutral palette, I was focused on this Franken palette of a bunch of ColourPop singles from various ColourPop palettes. Last month, I had reached for it up to 116 times. I was able to reach for it another 22 times to reach 138 total uses. I don't think I hit pan on any new shades, but if you look at those 3 shades kind of in the top middle, you'll notice a significant change in all of them. So that top shade, Made to Last, I use that on my inner corner a lot. I'm also wearing it all over my lid today. That middle shade, Mariposa, I use that as a starter shade, kind of as like a really light transition color. And then Getaway, this is Cocoa Crush from the Going Coconuts palette originally. And I use this with a eyeshadow primer with the glitter glue from NYX on my lid most days. And so I've been able to expand the pan on all 3 of them, as well as reaching for the other shades, but I would say that those are kind of like the 3 main that I always reach for. To reach my goal of 150 wears, I need to reach for this 12 more times. I don't think that's going to be a problem at all, and I think I'll be able to do that before the month ends. Some of these shades I think I would like to eventually finish, so in my next update I will likely roll this out of the project but still keep the palette. I might get rid of some shades from this palette that I don't like. I might declutter those and then keep the ones that I would like to eventually hit pan on or finish. We'll see how I feel next month. Stay tuned. And because I think I'm going to finish that one in the next couple of weeks, I'd like to preemptively bring in the next palette that I'll focus on. And that's the Limoncello palette, also from ColourPop. I think these warmer tones are going to be best for the spring and summertime. I've already worn it 88 times, so I just need to wear it 12 more times in order to reach the 100 use goal. I've mentioned before, I love the packaging. It's so beautiful and nostalgic, easily my favorite packaging. Some of my favorite packaging of my eyeshadow palettes, but the actual color story itself I wouldn't say is my exact favorite, but it's been a long time since I've worn this. I may feel differently this time, so I'd like to give myself the chance to reach for this more and really get a feel for all the shades. And there are some shades in here that I really love, and these are also magnetic. So if for some reason I decide that at some point down the line I want to declutter this, I can just pop out the 1 or 2 shades that I really would like to keep. So once I hit 150 wears on this ColourPop palette, I'll bring in this ColourPop palette. And who knows, maybe I'll be rolling both of them out in my next update. I'm doing a similar usage goal with my bronzers in my collection, and currently I'm focusing on this What's Up Beauty bronzer. It's the Cheek Terre bronzer in the shade Light. I've been able to wear this bronzer, let's say it all together, 22 times in the last month. And it's a beautiful bronzer. It was really great for winter because it's very light and natural. So I just need to reach for this 6 more times in order to reach that 50 use goal. And then the only bronzer left in my collection that I haven't worn 50 times is this one from NYX. It's their Butter Bronzer in the shade Buttercup. I think this is the lightest shade that they have. And this is the most rosy bronzer that I have. And sometimes when it's too much as a bronzer, I just wear it as a blush instead. I learned that tip from Sarah Rose. So whether I use this as a blush or a bronzer, we'll just have to see. But I've worn this 33 times, which means I need to wear it an additional 17 times in order to reach that 50 use goal. And then after that, I won't have any other bronzers in my collection that I haven't worn at least 50 times. So from there, I'll have to figure out, do I want to try to finish one of my bronzers? Do I want to try to hit pan on a bronzer? I don't know, it's kind of fun that it's up in the air and that I get to kind of make that decision later. If you have any thoughts or suggestions on how I should do it, I would be more than happy to hear it. I have a lot of bronzers. I don't know necessarily if I can finish all of them in my lifetime, but I really like all of them, and so I am glad that I have been able to reach for all of them through this project. So that was everything I had to update you on. I feel pretty good about next month. I think for my usage products, I'll likely have a lot of rollouts. I might also have that Tarte cream blush rolled out. So I hope you've enjoyed watching my progress so far, and I hope you'll stay tuned for the rest of the project. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video.